The ancient stars have never lied. For Capricorns, October's celestial alignment creates a once-in-a-lifetime convergence that I've spent decades studying, and what I've discovered has left me sleepless for weeks. These 6 prophecies aren't mere predictions. They're cosmic inevitabilities written in constellations older than human civilization itself. I wouldn't normally share revelations this powerful publicly, but the urgency of what's coming for Capricorns this October cannot be contained. The planetary positions are forming patterns identical to those recorded in Sumerian clay tablets from 3200 BCE. The last time this specific configuration appeared, it preceded a complete transformation for those born under the sign of the mountain goat. You feel it already, don't you? That subtle shift in your energy over the past week. The strange dreams, the unexpected thoughts that seem to come from somewhere beyond yourself. The sense that something monumental approaches. This isn't coincidence. It's your Capricornian intuition, connecting with cosmic forces that transcend ordinary awareness. What makes these prophecies different from typical monthly horoscopes is their specificity and historical precedent. I've cross-referenced these patterns with astrological records spanning 5 civilizations and 15 centuries. The conclusions are undeniable. October creates a unique energy portal for Capricorn souls, a window through dimensions that allows manifestation powers exponentially stronger than anything available during normal celestial conditions. The ancient Babylonians called this rare alignment Bab-Ilu, the gateway of the gods, a time when the veil between potential and reality thins specifically for those born under Capricorn's influence. According to texts preserved in the Vatican's secret archives, this alignment happens only 3 times per century, and its appearance in October 2025 was predicted by astronomers from the medieval Islamic Golden Age with astonishing precision. Look around you. Have you noticed unusual synchronicities increasing in your daily life? Numbers repeating, chance encounters that seem orchestrated, sudden insights about long-standing problems. These aren't random events. They're the preliminary tremors of a cosmic shift centered directly on your astrological house. For those watching who aren't Capricorns themselves, but have important Capricorns in your life, partners, family members, close friends, you need this information just as urgently. The energetic transformation your Capricorn loved ones will undergo this month will affect every relationship in their sphere. Understanding what's coming allows you to provide the support they'll need during this profound transition. Before I reveal the first prophecy, you need to prepare yourself properly. The ancients believed knowledge of this magnitude required ceremonial readiness. While we don't have time for elaborate rituals, the simplest way to signal your receptivity to these cosmic revelations is to subscribe to Secret of the Zodiac now and activate the notification bell. This symbolic action declares your willingness to receive wisdom across the cosmic threshold. The like button serves as the modern equivalent of lighting the sacred flame. It amplifies the message to reach other Capricorns who need this critical information. Some will dismiss these prophecies as speculation, but by month's end, as events unfold exactly as foretold, the skeptics will understand. I've dedicated my life to decoding celestial patterns, and I've never encountered alignments this specific and powerful for a single zodiac sign. The first prophecy centers on a career transformation so profound, it reconstructs your entire life path. It begins with an unexpected encounter that might seem insignificant in the moment. The stars have aligned to bring a specific individual into your orbit, someone whose influence carries the weight of Saturn's transformative power. This person represents the physical manifestation of cosmic intention, the human vessel through which your destined opportunity will present itself. The ancient texts describe this encounter with remarkable detail, even specifying the planetary hours when this meeting is most likely to occur. As Mars and Saturn form their rare alignment in your 10th house of career and public standing, watch closely for someone who embodies authority, experience, and unexpected connection to your deepest ambitions. The first prophecy, a powerful authority figure will enter your life. The ancient Mesopotamian astrologers called it Kismet al-Najma, the fated star meeting, when Saturn and Mars align in perfect conjunction within a Capricorn's 10th house of career and public standing. This October, this rare celestial event manifests with unprecedented clarity. I've analyzed the precise degree of this alignment against historical patterns, and the similarities to the Saturn-Mars conjunction of 1723 are striking. During that period, countless Capricorns experienced sudden elevations to positions of influence and authority throughout Europe and Asia. Ordinary merchants became royal advisors, unknown scholars were appointed to prestigious academies, and humble craftspeople received commissions that would define their legacies for centuries. What makes this prophecy particularly significant is the timing. This alignment doesn't merely happen within your career house. It occurs at the exact degree that connects to your natal Saturn position. For Capricorns, Saturn isn't just another planet. It's your cosmic ruler, your spiritual patron, the celestial force that shapes your destiny more profoundly than any other. When your ruling planet forms this specific aspect with Mars, the planet of action, initiative, and breakthrough energy, the universe creates a cosmic bridge between your current reality and your highest potential. The authority figure who enters your life will likely appear between October 8th and 10th during what astrologers call the culmination window, when the planetary energies reach their peak intensity. This individual won't necessarily announce themselves with obvious fanfare. In fact, the ancient texts suggest this pivotal encounter often seems mundane or coincidental in the moment it occurs. You might meet them in an elevator, at an industry event, through a mutual connection, or even in a digital space like a virtual conference or professional platform. What distinguishes this person from ordinary connections is their unmistakable aura of authority and accomplishment. They embody qualities that you've been unconsciously seeking to develop within yourself: mastery, confidence, strategic thinking, and the ability to command respect without demanding it. This individual carries what esoteric astrologers call Saturn's seal, a metaphysical imprint of accomplished purpose that resonates specifically with your Capricornian essence. The opportunity they present won't be without challenge. Saturn lessons never are. It will require immediate action and a willingness to step beyond the boundaries of what feels comfortable and known. This is by cosmic design. The alignment is testing your readiness to evolve beyond self-imposed limitations that have restricted your professional expansion. Your natural Capricorn caution serves you well in most circumstances, but during this rare alignment, the greater risk lies in hesitation rather than bold action. Historical astrological records from the Renaissance period describe similar Saturn-Mars alignments as moments when the goat must leap from one mountain peak to another, trusting in the strength of its legs rather than the security of familiar ground. This metaphor perfectly captures the energy of this first prophecy. The opportunity will require a leap of faith, not blind faith, but faith in capabilities you've developed through years of disciplined effort. What's particularly fascinating about this prophecy is how it connects to the larger cosmic story unfolding in your chart. This authority figure doesn't appear randomly. They emerge as a direct response to internal work you've been doing, perhaps unconsciously over the past 2.5 years, as Saturn completed its journey through your house of personal transformation. You've been preparing for this encounter through every challenge you've overcome, every responsibility you've shouldered, every moment of doubt you've pushed through. The ancient Chaldean astrologers had a specific term for this type of fated professional encounter: Zikpu Elish, meaning the rising by another's hand. It acknowledges that while your Capricorn nature drives you to climb through your own efforts, there are cosmic moments when your ascent requires connection to someone who has already reached heights you aspire to. This doesn't diminish your achievement. It honors the universal principle that all significant advancement involves both personal effort and divine timing. When this authority figure presents their offer or opportunity, you may experience what psychologists call imposter syndrome, a feeling that you're not ready or worthy of the elevation being presented. This reaction is actually confirmation that you're facing the right opportunity, as it's pushing you to expand beyond your current self-concept. The Saturn-Mars alignment specifically challenges Capricorns to release outdated perceptions of their capabilities and embrace a more expansive vision of what's possible. Look for 3 specific signs that you've encountered your destined authority figure. First, they'll mention something that connects to a goal or aspiration you've held privately, perhaps one you've rarely or never articulated to others. This seemingly psychic insight isn't coincidence, but cosmic choreography, the universe confirming the alignment between this person and your authentic path. Second, despite their position of influence, they'll demonstrate unexpected humility or vulnerability in your interaction. This paradoxical quality, power paired with genuine humanity, distinguishes true Saturn emissaries from mere egotists or manipulators who might also cross your path during this period. Third, their offer will simultaneously excite and terrify you, igniting both ambition and apprehension. This emotional contradiction is the energetic signature of true growth opportunities. If the prospect feels entirely comfortable, it likely isn't the fated opportunity this prophecy describes. The most crucial aspect of this prophecy is the element of timing. The ancient texts are unequivocal. This opportunity requires decisive action within a specific window. Astrological wisdom suggests you'll have approximately 9 days from the initial encounter to commit to the path being offered. This doesn't necessarily mean completely changing your life within 9 days, but rather making the definitive choice to move forward, signing the agreement, accepting the position, confirming your participation, or otherwise crossing the threshold being presented. Why 9 days? Numerologically, 9 represents completion and transition, the final single digit before a new decimal cycle begins. It symbolizes the culmination of one phase before evolution into something greater. In esoteric astrology, it's also connected to the 9 celestial spheres recognized by ancient astronomers, with Saturn occupying the crucial position as gatekeeper between the personal and transpersonal realms. For those Capricorns currently in positions of leadership or authority themselves, this prophecy manifests differently but no less powerfully. The fated encounter will likely involve meeting someone who becomes an essential strategic partner, advisor, or catalyst, an individual who possesses complementary abilities that enhance and expand your existing authority rather than superseding it. What makes this prophecy particularly significant for October 2025 is how it interweaves with larger astrological patterns affecting all Capricorns. This Saturn-Mars alignment doesn't occur in isolation, but forms part of a grand Earth trine involving your sectors of personal resource, career advancement, and hidden potential. This triangular flow of energy creates a rare moment of cosmic coherence where multiple areas of life can advance simultaneously rather than requiring trade-offs between them. Remember that Saturn, your ruling planet, is known as Kronos in Greek mythology, the Lord of Time and Destiny. This prophecy isn't merely about professional advancement, but about aligning with your true temporal purpose, being in the right place, with the right person, at the precisely ordained cosmic moment. When these elements converge, you experience what mystic astrologers call kairos, not ordinary chronological time, but divine timing that transcends conventional limitations. As this authority figure extends their hand toward your future, recognize that you stand at a threshold that appears perhaps once in a lifetime. The path forward requires courage, decisiveness, and faith in capabilities you've spent years developing. The stars have arranged this meeting across vast celestial distances and complex orbital mathematics. All that remains is for you to recognize the moment when it arrives and step boldly into the destiny that awaits. The second prophecy, a person from your past, brings crucial financial information. As October's celestial energies shift, we encounter the second prophecy written in the stars for Capricorn this month. Ancient astrological manuscripts speak of a phenomenon known as recursus stellarum, the return of the stars, when Mercury retrograde ends precisely as the full moon illuminates your 8th house of shared resources, inheritance, and financial transformation. This creates a cosmic doorway through which significant figures from your past can re-enter your life, carrying information vital to your material security and long-term prosperity. The full moon on October 17th activates this prophecy with extraordinary precision. Unlike ordinary full moons, this lunation forms an exact sextile to Pluto in your second house of personal resources, while simultaneously trining Neptune in your communication sector. This complex configuration creates the perfect astrological conditions for a reunion that transcends mere coincidence. Someone you haven't spoken with in years, someone who seemingly disappeared from your life through circumstance, distance, or misunderstanding, will suddenly reappear bearing financial knowledge specifically tailored to your path. What makes this reconnection profoundly significant is its divine timing. The ancient Hermetic principle, as above so below, manifests here with remarkable clarity. Just as celestial bodies separate and reunite through their orbital journeys, human connections often follow similar patterns of estrangement and reconciliation. This particular reunion was cosmically orchestrated to occur precisely when both parties have gathered the exact experiences needed for mutual benefit. Your paths diverged not through random chance, but through purposeful design, allowing each of you to acquire wisdom that, when combined, creates something greater than either could achieve alone. The nature of this financial information varies according to your specific life circumstances, but astrological patterns suggest several possibilities of particular significance. For some Capricorns, this person brings knowledge of an investment opportunity aligned with your natural talents, perhaps in real estate, sustainable resources, or established institutions with growth potential. For others, they carry clarification about an inheritance, family asset, or ancestral claim you weren't fully aware of. Still others will receive information about a business partnership or collaborative venture that promises long-term security without compromising your independence. The most intriguing aspect of this prophecy concerns how the information will be conveyed. According to esoteric astrology, when Mercury completes its retrograde precisely during a full moon, communication often occurs through what mystical traditions call the language of the unspoken. Pay extraordinarily close attention to what this person shares indirectly, through casual asides, seemingly unimportant details, or information mentioned almost as an afterthought. The truly valuable knowledge may be embedded within apparently mundane conversation, rather than explicitly stated. This pattern of indirect revelation isn't accidental, but protective. The 8th house, illuminated by this full moon, governs not just financial resources but also mysteries, secrets, and hidden knowledge. Information flowing through this astrological house often arrives in coded form, requiring discernment and intuition to fully comprehend. Your Capricorn practicality might initially dismiss subtly delivered information as unimportant, but your equally powerful intuition will register its significance if you remain receptive. Historical astrological records describe similar celestial patterns during periods when important financial systems underwent transformation. During the last occurrence of this specific alignment in 1897, countless Capricorns received information that helped them navigate the transition from agricultural to industrial economies. This current alignment similarly coincides with economic paradigm shifts that create both vulnerability and opportunity. The knowledge brought by this returning connection helps position you advantageously within changing financial landscapes. The reappearance of this person will likely feel surprisingly natural despite the passage of time. You may experience what psychologists call temporal compression, the sense that very little time has passed since your last interaction, even if years have intervened. This psychological phenomenon actually reflects an astrological reality. When people are connected through legitimate cosmic ties, their relationship exists partly outside ordinary chronological time, in what mystical astrologers call kairos time, or sacred time. What distinguishes this reconnection from ordinary encounters with people from your past is its clear purpose. This isn't merely nostalgia or coincidence, but the fulfillment of a destined information exchange. The ancient Vedic astrological texts describe such encounters as karmic messengers, individuals who briefly re-enter your life to deliver specific knowledge before potentially exiting again, their purpose fulfilled. 3 distinct signs confirm you've encountered your destined financial messenger. First, the conversation will naturally turn to topics of resource, value, exchange, or long-term security without either of you forcing this direction. The cosmic alignment creates an effortless gravitational pull towards subjects related to material well-being and prosperity. Second, you'll experience a peculiar sensation of having somehow expected or anticipated this reunion, perhaps through recent dreams, random thoughts of this person, or encountering their name or something that reminds you of them shortly before they actually appear. Third, the information they share will resonate with ideas or plans you've been privately considering but haven't fully articulated or implemented. This synchronicity confirms the cosmic orchestration behind the encounter. The timing of this reunion around the full moon isn't arbitrary but profoundly significant. In astrological tradition, full moons represent culmination, revelation, and the illumination of what was previously hidden. When this illumination occurs in your 8th house of shared resources and financial transformation, it specifically highlights knowledge that has remained in shadow, information you needed but couldn't access through ordinary channels or conscious effort. For Capricorns already engaged in financial planning or investment strategies, this prophecy manifests as a critical missing piece, the element that transforms a good plan into an exceptional one. The information may confirm intuitions you've had but doubted, provide validation for approaches you've been considering, or introduce an unexpected factor that significantly enhances potential outcomes. What makes this prophecy particularly powerful is its connection to your ruling planet, Saturn. During this October full moon, Saturn forms a quintile aspect to Mercury, a relatively rare aspect associated with creative intelligence and innovative problem solving. This planetary conversation enables you to apply the information you receive in uniquely effective ways, seeing applications and possibilities others might miss. The ancient Egyptian astrological system, which heavily influenced Greek and later Western astrology, associated your sign with Khnum, the ram-headed deity who shaped human destinies on his potter's wheel. This October full moon activates what Egyptian astrologers called the Chamber of Second Creation, a cosmic opportunity to reshape material circumstances through knowledge that comes from unexpected sources. Just as Khnum could redesign a destiny at pivotal moments, this financial information allows you to reconfigure your material future. Most intriguingly, astrological wisdom suggests this reconnection affects not just your financial circumstances, but your relationship with prosperity itself. Capricorns often have complex relationships with money, valuing security while sometimes harboring unconscious beliefs about the difficulties of acquisition or the burdens of wealth. The information delivered through this reunion has the potential to heal these relationships, offering not just practical knowledge, but a more empowered perspective on abundance. Remember that Mercury, the planetary messenger facilitating this reunion, moves more swiftly than any other planet in our solar system. This reflects the potentially brief window in which this information remains optimally actionable. While you needn't make immediate decisions based on what you learn, the ancient texts suggest capturing and preserving the knowledge promptly, perhaps by taking notes during or immediately after the encounter, as certain subtle but crucial details may fade quickly from conscious memory. As you move through October, particularly as the full moon approaches, remain exceptionally open to unexpected communications. A message from someone whose name you haven't seen in your inbox for years, a social media connection request that surprises you, or a chance physical encounter in an unexpected location. The universe orchestrates these reconnections through what appear to be coincidences, but are actually precise cosmic choreography. The profound beauty of this prophecy lies in its reminder that nothing in your journey is truly lost or wasted. Relationships that seem to end without purpose, connections that appeared to dissolve without resolution, these often serve higher functions in the grand design of your life. This October, as the celestial patterns activate this powerful reunion, you witness firsthand how the apparently random threads of your past weave into the fabric of your future prosperity. The third prophecy, A suppressed ability from childhood resurfaces with transformative power. In the celestial theater of October, we witness the unfolding of the third prophecy, a profound awakening within the Capricorn soul. This month creates a rare astrological phenomenon known in ancient texts as anamnesis stellarum, the remembrance of stars, when Neptune forms an exact trine to your natal sun, while Venus simultaneously activates your fifth house of creativity and self-expression. This cosmic configuration triggers the resurgence of dormant abilities you've carried since childhood, but suppressed due to external circumstances or practical considerations. The talent reawakening isn't arbitrary or random. According to the Hermetic principle of celestial correspondence, specific abilities are encoded in your astrological blueprint at birth, with certain gifts designated for activation during particular cosmic alignments. October 2025 marks the predestined moment when abilities connected to your fifth house, the astrological sector governing creative expression, joyful manifestation, and authentic self-revelation, emerge from dormancy into full conscious awareness. What distinguishes this prophecy is its connection to childhood experiences. The suppressed talent often traces back to activities that once brought you immense joy and flow states, perhaps artistic creation, musical expression, storytelling, healing modalities, intuitive practices, or forms of communication that came naturally before adult concerns intervened. The ancient astrological manuscripts describe this reawakening as the child self reaching through time to restore what was rightfully yours, a poetic description of psychological integration that modern depth psychology would recognize as the reclamation of authentic aspects of self. Astrological wisdom suggests three primary reasons why Capricorns specifically tend to disconnect from innate talents during development. First, as an earth sign ruled by Saturn, practicality and responsibility often take precedence over pursuits perceived as merely pleasurable or non-essential. Second, critical feedback from authority figures carries particular weight for Saturn-ruled individuals, potentially causing the suppression of gifts that weren't appropriately valued by parents, teachers, or other influential adults. Third, Capricorn's natural long-term perspective sometimes leads to postponing creative or expressive activities with the intention of returning to them someday, a someday that rarely materializes without cosmic intervention. This October, that intervention arrives with extraordinary precision. The Neptune-Sun trine dissolves the boundary between your conscious self-concept and deeper wells of creative potential, while the Venus activation of your fifth house makes the experience pleasurable rather than destabilizing. This combination creates what esoteric astrologers call alchemical conditions, the perfect energetic environment for transformation without trauma. The reawakening likely begins with seemingly random triggers, perhaps encountering an object, image, sound, or situation that resonates with the suppressed ability. You might find yourself inexplicably drawn to activities you haven't considered in decades, experiencing unexpected emotional responses to particular creative expressions, or having dreams that feature yourself engaged in the forgotten talent. These synchronicities aren't coincidental but cosmic breadcrumbs leading you back to an essential aspect of your authentic self. What makes this prophecy particularly significant is how the rediscovered talent connects to both prosperity and purpose. The specific placement of Venus in your fifth house, while forming a quintile aspect to Jupiter in your second house of personal resources, suggests this ability carries substantial material potential alongside its intrinsic value. The ancient Chaldean astrologers described such alignments as pathways of golden purpose, situations where authentic joy and material abundance flow through the same channel rather than competing for your attention and energy. However, the prophecy also reveals an ethical dimension to this reawakening. The Neptune influence brings questions of spiritual purpose alongside material opportunity. You'll face meaningful choices about how to integrate this ability into your life path, choices that balance prosperity with deeper values and service to others. This isn't merely a talent for personal gain, but a gift meant partly for the benefit of your wider community, creating what spiritual astrologers call the economy of divine purpose, where receiving and giving become part of the same sacred circulation. The ancient texts provide intriguing clues about the nature of this reawakening talent through its connection to your physical body. They suggest it relates specifically to abilities involving your hands or voice, perhaps artistic creation, healing work through touch, handicrafts requiring precision and patience, musical expression, oratory, teaching, or other forms of impactful communication. These embodied talents carry particular power because they bridge the physical and metaphysical realms, allowing spiritual energy to flow directly into material manifestation. 4 distinct signs confirm you're experiencing the prophesied reawakening. First, the rediscovered activity creates what psychologists call flow states, periods where time seems to disappear, self-consciousness diminishes, and you experience effortless immersion in the process. This distinctive psychological signature indicates alignment with your authentic creative blueprint. Second, you receive unusual synchronistic validation from external sources, perhaps unprompted compliments about abilities you haven't consciously demonstrated, opportunities that specifically relate to the reawakening talent, or resources appearing precisely when needed to develop the ability further. Third, engaging with the talent produces a distinctive feeling of homecoming or recognition, not the excitement of novelty, but the deeper satisfaction of returning to something fundamentally familiar yet freshly appreciated. Fourth, you experience what neuropsychologists call accelerated learning, advancing in skill level with unusual speed due to accessing neural pathways established in childhood rather than building entirely new ones. This rapid progression feels less like acquiring something new and more like remembering something temporarily forgotten. The timing of this reawakening carries particular significance. October represents the final quarter of the year, traditionally a period of harvest and evaluation before winter's introspection. In astrological symbolism, this seasonal placement suggests the talent reemerges now to be integrated into your life vision before the new annual cycle begins. This provides approximately 3 months to reconnect with the ability, explore its applications, and make conscious decisions about its role in your future expression. For Capricorns who have experienced career plateaus or diminishing satisfaction in current professional paths, this reawakening offers something beyond mere diversification of interests. The ancient wisdom traditions describe such cosmic awakenings as soul correction opportunities, chances to realign external activities with internal values and authentic gifts. This doesn't necessarily mean abandoning established career paths, but rather enriching them with dimensions of self-expression previously excluded from your professional identity. What particularly distinguishes this prophecy is its transgenerational significance. The talent reawakening often connects to ancestral gifts, abilities that run through your family lineage but perhaps skipped generations or went unrecognized in changing cultural contexts. Astrological traditions across multiple cultures recognize that certain talents activate in rhythmic patterns through family lines, often emerging during specific planetary cycles that repeat approximately every 29 years with Saturn's return, or every 84 years with Uranus's return. This October's configuration suggests you're experiencing the fulfillment of a talent legacy that extends beyond your individual lifetime. The ethical challenge mentioned in the prophecy deserves particular attention. As this ability resurfaces, you'll face decisions about its application that test your values and priorities. The specific aspect between Neptune and your natal sun creates what esoteric astrologers call the mist of potential futures, a period where multiple timelines branch from your present moment based on the choices you make about this reawakening gift. The ancient texts warn against purely commercial applications that disconnect the talent from its spiritual source, while equally cautioning against refusing material compensation that rightfully acknowledges value exchanged. For Capricorns who already work in creative or expressive fields, this prophecy manifests as a dimensional expansion of existing abilities, perhaps accessing deeper layers of your craft, connecting to new sources of inspiration, or experiencing breakthroughs in technical execution. The reawakening isn't necessarily about something entirely new, but about removing limitations and filters from capacities already partially expressed. The most profound aspect of this prophecy concerns its healing potential. When Neptune forms this specific trine to your natal sun, while Venus activates your 5th house, you experience what depth psychologists would recognize as integration of fragmented aspects of self. The talents suppressed in childhood often carried accompanying emotional energies, excitement, joy, pride, and creative power that became encapsulated with the ability itself. As the talent reawakens, these emotional energies also return to conscious awareness, creating opportunities for psychological wholeness beyond the specific ability itself. As October unfolds, create deliberate space for exploration and play without predetermined outcomes or expectations. The reawakening follows what creativity researchers call the emergent process, an organic unfolding that requires patient attention rather than forced development. The ancient astrological texts recommend setting aside regular periods for what they called purposeless purpose, time dedicated to creative exploration without specific goals beyond the experience itself. This paradoxical approach creates the optimal conditions for the suppressed ability to resurface naturally. Remember that this reawakening represents not just the return of a specific talent, but a reconnection with essential aspects of your authentic nature. In the comprehensive cosmic story of your life, this October marks a pivotal chapter of reclamation and reintegration, the moment when fragmented parts of self reunite through creative expression, bringing gifts of both material prosperity and spiritual fulfillment through the same harmonious channel. The 4th prophecy. Numerical patterns guide crucial decision points. Throughout human history, certain civilizations recognized numbers as divine language, a cosmic code through which higher intelligence communicates with human consciousness. October unveils for Capricorns what ancient Pythagorean astrologers called arithmos theos, divine numbers, when Jupiter forms an exact quintile to Uranus while simultaneously squaring your natal Mercury. This rare configuration activates a mysterious numerical pattern that will manifest repeatedly in your daily experience, marking critical decision points affecting your spiritual evolution. The specific numbers, 4, 27, and 93, aren't arbitrary but cosmically calibrated to your Capricorn energy signature. In sacred numerology, these numbers carry specific vibrational frequencies that resonate with different aspects of your evolutionary journey. The number 4 connects to foundations, stability, and material manifestation, the elements of existence where Capricorn naturally excels. The number 27, which reduces to 9 in numerology through 2 Please 7 9, represents wisdom, completion, and the culmination of learning cycles. The number 93, perhaps the most esoteric of the sequence, holds special significance in multiple mystical traditions as the numerical value of love and will united, representing the perfect balance of heart and determination that characterizes Capricorn at its highest expression. What makes this prophecy extraordinary is how these numbers will manifest in your ordinary reality. You'll notice them appearing with unusual frequency on receipts, addresses, license plates, timestamps, phone numbers, page numbers, or other seemingly random places. Each appearance marks what quantum physicists might call a decision node, a point where multiple potential futures branch from a single present moment based on choices you make. The ancient texts describe these numbered moments as windows between worlds, where your conscious decisions carry amplified creative power. According to esoteric tradition, when the number 4 appears, it signals opportunities to establish new foundations in your life, perhaps beginning projects with long-term potential, creating stabilizing routines, or making decisions that affect your physical environment and material security. These moments particularly favor choices that bring your external reality into alignment with your authentic values and priorities. Pay special attention when 4 appears in contexts related to home, workplace, or financial transactions. The appearances of 27 indicate opportunities for integrating wisdom and applying lessons from experience. These moments favor decisions requiring discernment, judgment, and the application of hard-won knowledge. The ancient manuscripts suggest that when 27 appears, you stand at crossroads where multiple paths seem viable, but only one aligns with your highest development. These decision points often involve relationships, ethical choices, or situations where competing values must be prioritized. Most significant are the appearances of 93, which mark transformational thresholds, moments where decisions can catalyze profound shifts in your life trajectory. The Chaldean astrologers associated this number specifically with alchemical crossroads, where seemingly small choices initiate cascading effects of unexpected magnitude. When 93 appears, pay particular attention to intuitive promptings and synchronistic events surrounding the decision at hand. The practical application of this prophecy requires conscious awareness and documentation. The ancient texts strongly recommend keeping a dedicated journal throughout October to record when these numbers appear and what choices you made in those moments. This practice serves two purposes. It heightens your awareness of the numerical patterns as they occur, and it creates a record that reveals deeper meaning when reviewed collectively. By month's end, what initially seemed like isolated incidents will reveal a coherent pattern, guiding you toward your next major life direction. What distinguishes this numerical prophecy from mere confirmation bias or selective attention is its integration with the larger astrological pattern affecting Capricorns this October. The specific aspect between Jupiter and Uranus that activates this phenomenon occurs approximately once every 14 years, but its current placement in your chart creates a unique resonance with your personal numerical vibration. This cosmic correspondence transforms ordinary numbers into a personalized guidance system, calibrated specifically to your evolutionary needs. 4 distinct signs confirm you're experiencing the prophesied numerical pattern rather than random coincidence. First, the numbers appear with mathematical improbability, showing up far more frequently than random distribution would predict. You might see the same number multiple times within hours or in clusters that defy ordinary explanation. Second, the numbers often appear at moments of deliberation or decision, precisely when you're considering options or standing at crossroads, rather than during routine or predetermined activities. Third, when you make choices in alignment with the numerical guidance, foundations at 4, wisdom at 27, transformation at 93, you experience what mystical traditions call flow states, periods of unusual synchronicity, ease, and alignment that confirm you're moving with rather than against cosmic currents. Fourth, the numbers appear in context specifically relevant to your current life challenges and opportunities, rather than in completely unrelated circumstances, demonstrating intelligent rather than random distribution. The ancient Egyptian mystery schools taught that numbers represent the bones of creation, the underlying structure upon which material reality is built. This October, as these specific numbers appear in your experience, you're being granted temporary access to this architectural level of reality, seeing briefly behind the curtain of ordinary existence into the mathematical patterns that shape manifestation. This glimpse beyond the veil isn't merely informative, but transformative, changing how you understand your place within the cosmic order. For Capricorns already interested in numerology, sacred geometry, or mathematical mysticism, this prophecy represents an extraordinary opportunity for practical application of theoretical knowledge. The numbers appearing in your experience aren't just symbols but active agents of transformation, what quantum physicists might call information that causes change. By consciously engaging with these numerical appearances, you participate in co-creating your reality rather than merely responding to circumstances. What makes this prophecy particularly meaningful is its personalization of universal principles. While these numbers carry inherent significance in cosmic mathematics, their specific application to your life circumstances creates a unique numerical narrative that couldn't be predicted through general interpretations. The ancient texts describe this as the stars speaking your personal dialect of the cosmic language, universal principles translated into your individual life story. The timing of this numerical activation in October holds special significance. In many mystical traditions, October represents a thinning of the veil between worlds, a time when higher dimensions can more easily communicate with physical reality. The Pythagorean astrologers specifically noted that numerical synchronicities increase during this period, as the geometric relationships between planets create optimal conditions for mathematical manifestation in human experience. The fifth prophecy, the ancestral protection symbol, reveals itself. Interwoven with the numerical pattern comes the fifth prophecy for Capricorn this October, what ancient astrological texts call sigillum familiae, the family seal. As Pluto stations direct while forming a perfect trine to your natal moon, a powerful protection symbol connected to your ancestral lineage will appear in an unexpected place. This symbol, unique to your family heritage, carries energetic imprints accumulated through generations of your bloodline, containing both protective power and access to inherited gifts that have awaited the right recipient. This ancestral symbol might manifest in various forms, perhaps as an unusual marking or pattern in nature, a recurring shape in dreams or meditation, an insignia or emblem you encounter by chance, or even a birthmark or physical feature you suddenly notice has special significance. What distinguishes this symbol from ordinary patterns is its unmistakable resonance with your deepest self, a sensation of recognition that transcends rational explanation, what Carl Jung might call activation of the collective unconscious. The astrological mechanics behind this manifestation are extraordinarily precise. Pluto, the planet governing ancestral inheritance, hidden power, and regeneration, completes its retrograde journey on October 12th, stationing direct in perfect trine to your natal moon, which represents your emotional lineage and inherited patterns. This cosmic alignment creates what esoteric astrologers call a bloodline activation portal, a temporary opening through which ancestral wisdom and protection can flow directly into your conscious awareness. What makes this prophecy particularly significant is its connection to family legacy. The symbol that appears isn't newly created but ancient, possibly dating back centuries within your lineage. According to traditions across multiple cultures, certain families carry specific energetic signatures that manifest as symbols, with these emblems appearing cyclically to family members ready to receive their power and responsibility. October 2025 marks your designated moment in this ancestral cycle. The protection aspect of this symbol deserves special attention. Ancient wisdom traditions recognize that family lines develop specific spiritual defenses against challenges repeatedly encountered through their history. These defenses crystallize into energetic patterns that can be activated by descendants who recognize and claim them. The symbol appearing this October serves as both key and shield, unlocking inherited gifts while simultaneously providing protection during periods of significant transformation. 3 distinct signs confirm you've encountered your authentic ancestral symbol. First, its appearance triggers an unusual emotional response, perhaps a sudden wave of unexpected emotion, a sense of deep familiarity with something never consciously seen before, or what some traditions call ancestral memory, knowledge you cannot explain having. Second, the symbol appears 3 times within a relatively short period after its initial manifestation, a pattern recognized across cultures as confirmation of spiritual significance rather than coincidence. Third, the symbol feels personally meaningful, despite possibly being simple or seemingly ordinary in design. The power resides not in complexity, but in resonance with your specific energetic signature. The ancient manuscripts provide fascinating insight into how to respond when you recognize this symbol. They recommend a simple acknowledgement ritual, touching the symbol if physically possible, or tracing its pattern in the air if not, while silently expressing gratitude to your ancestors. This modest ceremony completes the energetic circuit, confirming your conscious acceptance of the connection being offered. What distinguishes this ancestral activation from ordinary psychological phenomena is its practical effects. After recognizing and acknowledging the symbol, you may experience unusual dreams featuring unknown ancestors, offering specific guidance, sudden intuitive knowledge about family patterns or history, or synchronistic events that connect you with family heritage in unexpected ways. Some individuals report discovering family documents, photographs, or heirlooms they didn't previously know existed, often containing information that proves personally significant. For Capricorns who have felt disconnected from family heritage through adoption, estrangement, or loss of historical records, this prophecy manifests in particularly powerful ways. The symbol that appears connects not necessarily to legal or documented lineage, but to energetic and spiritual inheritance, what some traditions call soul family, rather than merely biological connections. The ancient texts specifically mention that those with disrupted family histories often experience the most profound ancestral reconnections during such activations. The cosmic timing of this symbolic appearance holds special meaning. October has long been recognized across cultures as a time when ancestral connections strengthen. From Mexican Dia de los Muertos preparations to Celtic Samhain approaches to various harvest festivals honoring those who came before. The appearance of your specific family symbol during this period amplifies its power through alignment with these broader cultural and cosmic cycles. Perhaps most intriguing is how this ancestral connection relates to your current life purpose. The symbol doesn't appear randomly but precisely when its specific powers and protections become relevant to your journey. The ancient texts describe such appearances as ancestral endorsement of directions you're already moving toward, confirmation that your current path aligns with deeper purposes extending beyond your individual lifetime. This cosmic vote of confidence often arrives during periods of uncertainty or transition, providing both validation and protection as you move into new territory. As October unfolds and these final prophecies manifest in your experience, the numerical pattern guiding crucial decisions and the ancestral symbol offering protection and connection, remember that you stand at a rare convergence of cosmic forces specifically configured to support your Capricornian journey. The numbers appearing in your daily life aren't random but intelligent guidance, marking moments of amplified choice. The ancestral symbol isn't mere coincidence, but conscious connection with those who share your spiritual DNA across time. Together, these prophecies create not just isolated phenomena, but a coherent cosmic narrative guiding you through October's transformative landscape. By remaining alert to numerical patterns and open to ancestral connection, you participate consciously in a destiny written in stars, yet manifesting through your free choices. This is the paradoxical beauty of astrological wisdom. It reveals patterns without removing agency, illuminating the path while honoring your power to walk it in your unique way. The sixth prophecy, the cosmic gateway, opens between October 15-17. As we reach this final revelation, I must share what the ancient texts call Porta Caelestis, the celestial gateway. Between October 15-17, as Mercury forms an exact grand trine with Uranus and your natal Jupiter, a rare 3-day energy portal opens exclusively for Capricorn souls. This cosmic alignment creates a manifestation window of extraordinary power, a period when the veil between intention and reality becomes exceptionally thin. During these 3 days, Capricorns possess the ability to crystallize their deepest desires into tangible form through specific ritual action. The key to activating this final prophecy lies in a remarkably simple yet powerful practice: writing your intentions by moonlight. The ancient manuscripts describe this as lunar inscription. Capturing your desires on paper while bathed in the moon's reflective light creates a specific energetic signature that resonates with October's unique planetary configuration. These written intentions serve as blueprints that the universe can then manifest with unusual efficiency and precision. Throughout this cosmic journey, we've witnessed the unfolding of extraordinary prophecies destined for Capricorn this October. We began with the Saturn-Mars alignment, bringing a powerful authority figure into your life, someone whose influence creates career opportunities that align with your highest potential. Remember to watch for their appearance between October 8-10, recognizing them through their unique combination of accomplished authority and unexpected connection to your ambitions. We explored the return of someone from your past around the October 17th full moon, carrying financial information crucial to your long-term security. This reconnection was cosmically orchestrated, with your paths separating specifically so each of you could gather the exact experiences needed for this pivotal moment of reunion. Remember to listen carefully for information shared almost as an afterthought. The true treasure often lies in what seems least important. We witnessed the prophecy of your hidden talent reawakening, a childhood ability suppressed through practical considerations or external criticism that resurfaces now with both prosperity potential and spiritual purpose. This gift, likely connected to your hands or voice, carries both material opportunity and ethical questions about its application in service to others. We decoded the mysterious numerical pattern that will appear throughout your October experience, the numbers 4, 27, and 93 marking crucial decision points affecting your foundations, wisdom integration, and transformational thresholds. Each appearance creates a window between worlds, where your choices carry amplified creative power in shaping your future path. We unveiled the ancestral protection symbol that will appear in an unexpected place, a family emblem carrying generations of accumulated power, offering both protection during transformation and access to inherited gifts that have awaited the right recipient. This symbol connects you to your lineage's wisdom precisely when its specific powers become relevant to your journey. These 6 prophecies create not isolated phenomena, but an interwoven cosmic narrative, guiding you through October's extraordinary landscape of opportunity and transformation. The stars have aligned in patterns specifically calibrated to your Capricorn essence, creating a month unlike any other in your recent experience. For those who have followed this cosmic revelation to its conclusion, I have a personal request. The knowledge shared in this prophecy comes from ancient astrological wisdom, preserved through generations of dedicated study and practice. If these insights have resonated with your experience or provided valuable guidance for your journey, please support our continued work at Secret of the Zodiac. Subscribe to our channel now to ensure you receive November's prophecies before they manifest in your life. Each month brings unique cosmic configurations that affect different signs in specific ways. By subscribing, you position yourself to receive this crucial information at the optimal time for conscious participation in your astrological destiny. Beyond subscription, please support our work by leaving a like on this video. This simple action helps other Capricorns find this critical information before the cosmic windows described close. More importantly, leave a comment below with the phrase, "I am ready," to signal your conscious engagement with these prophecies. This declaration creates an energetic signature that the universe can recognize as active participation rather than passive consumption. For those seeking deeper connection with these cosmic revelations, we've activated Super Thanks on this video, a powerful way to support our daily content creation while energetically aligning yourself with the knowledge being shared. Your contribution through Super Thanks directly enables our continued research into these ancient astrological patterns, allowing us to provide daily content that aligns you with cosmic currents affecting your journey. The financial resources required to maintain our astronomical databases, translation of ancient texts, and daily chart calculations are considerable. Your support through Super Thanks helps offset these costs while creating an energetic exchange that deepens your connection to the wisdom shared. In many spiritual traditions, this exchange of value creates a completed circuit that amplifies the effectiveness of knowledge received. The stars have delivered their message through these 6 prophecies for Capricorn this October. You stand at an extraordinary cosmic crossroads with unprecedented opportunities for transformation in career, finances, creative expression, decision-making, ancestral connection, and manifestation power. The choice to consciously participate in this cosmic choreography now rests entirely in your hands. Remember, as above, so below. As written in the stars, so manifested in your life. Until our paths cross again in November's cosmic revelation, May your journey through October's extraordinary landscape bring the transformation your Capricorn soul has long awaited.